So in this case, the shape of the furniture, you're trying to locate, at least since it's 2-point perspective, this is the front angle that hits you closest to it. So I'm just starting the first line, setting up a vanishing point, whether it's related directly to the reference in the photograph, or if I have it match the drawing that I already have, I can kind of do both and build that up. But you're trying to find the length, the width of this, and here's the height, and trying to exaggerate and extend the overall height of this furniture. So at least it'll give me a little bit of a understanding of the perspective as it tapers in. And once I find that end piece, that's what that piece is in the back. Again, you can use a scrap piece of paper to put on your drawing so you don't smear it. But right from here I have to estimate from the overall height of this to see where the cushion is going to start and kind of extend it in the back side here and vertical. This is tapered, so it has an angle to it. So I'm just going to offset that and showing the furniture there as the back rests. Not sure where it ends yet, so I'm going to extend it back. Here's the back of the cushion and the angle where it sets up, and now I can see, at least make this parallel to match that back line. That gives me that section. And as it comes down, this comes all the way down to the base. Here's the thickness of the cushion. And that goes back. So once you get a setup rectangular, you can really place it in there. And any of these kind of have the rounded edges. Down below, you can't see where the furniture base is, but that'll give you at least the selection for the foot of the furniture. And this is all in the same line. The part that's going to be a little confusing is how to divide this into 3. You could just estimate it and go from that distance, which is one opportunity to do that. You could even divide this into thirds right in the foreground here and cross a diagonal. So for example here, I'll just estimate that. So here's a diagonal, and wherever these meet is going to be drawn up and go back. And that'll give you a quick delineation of how to divide that into the background. And then once I get it set up, just go ahead and take a look at the edges here. So it's just kind of going over some of the outlines at the same time. You can incorporate some of the shading. As this comes into the foreground, has the edges dropped off. So even though I'm using a straight edge, I can always round it off when I get to the corners. I'm just giving it a little more contrast in the depth of the sketch. Here with the foot of the furniture, it's easier with the straight edge to help me realign it. And use the straight edge to help me shade it. Again. So even it's helped me draw the base, I can just draw with the pencil and shade right on top of it. Makes it nice and easy there. And same with the back leg. Matching up here. And again, once I find this line, just go ahead and put it in there. And I can curve it right on top there. So that for most part is a linear sketch, linear drawing, that's pretty well adapted there. And then taking a look, for example, this maroonish wine color piece, I can just take the straight edge and just hold it light enough to let me push it with the pencil. Makes it a quick, easy way to shade this. Let's come back here. And again, trying to shade the overall section to it. Makes it that much easier. So you're always trying to look for any tricks. There's like a highlight right along here. So I'm just going to offset it a little bit. Come down to where this detail is darkest. And do the same thing. Builds that up. So you can kind of use the shadows and everything as it blends itself together. And same idea with this one. So try it two different ways here. Here I'm just rotating it a little bit. And once I get the overall value, I can go back and darken some of this as a shadow for the highlight there. And when I take a look at the difference between these two parts, it has a shadow to it, cast shadow. It's kind of a gradient. It's a lighter tone all the way through. This one you can just do darker to light. So when you think of the drawing and all the computer, you can combine the two and take one from the other, get some ideas. And this also with some of the texture you can place into that. And when you get it all laid out, just go back in and look for some of the details.